reading from the book of Leviticus. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the whole Israelite community and tell them, 'Be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. You shall not bear hatred for your brother or sister in your heart, though you may have to reprove your fellow citizen. Do not incur sin because of him. Take no revenge and cherish no grudge against any of your people. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord." The word of the Lord.
Our first reading for this Sunday comes from the book of Leviticus, and we hear through the mouth of Moses a precept that God wants the whole of Israel to hear and to bear in mind. Let us quote directly. "Be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy." So it talks about the holiness of the people Israel. Why should the whole community strive to be holy? The reason given was because God, the Lord of this people, is holy. Look at that motivation. Because the God recognized by Israel is holy, then the whole community should be holy like its God. Look at the close connection between the God that a people recognizes, worships, and considers as its own and its quality of life. This is not just true of Israel. This is true of all of us. Depending on who your God is, then your quality of life should adjust. And God tells Israel, "You are called to be holy because I, the Lord, the God whom you claim to be your God, I am holy." Now, how is that holiness to be translated in the life of Israel? Now, negatively, it is put this way: Israel should not bear grudges against their brothers and sisters in their hearts. No grudge or hatred in their hearts towards their brothers and sisters. Another manifestation, the Israelites should not even contemplate revenge on their fellow countrymen and women. They should not carry a grudge towards their brothers and sisters or their neighbors. Negatively, no hatred, no revenge, no grudge. But positively, what is God telling Israel to do? To love. To love. Holiness is found in the purity of love. This is very close to saying, "Because I, your Lord and God, am love, then you exercise love as well." The holiness of God, the utter otherness of God, according to the Jewish piety, the holiness, the otherness, the uniqueness of God is in being love. And so Israel, as God's people, as God's very own, should be seen as the bearer of that love, which is the quality of their God, and seen in their relationship with their brothers and sisters, their neighbors, and their countrymen and women. But that is precisely the other point. Who is the brother or sister? Who is the neighbor that Israel must love? Looking at the whole context of Israel at that time, the neighbor, the brother or sister, is someone who belongs to Israel. Someone who belongs to the chosen people. So, if someone is not part of Israel, that person does not qualify as a brother or sister or neighbor. And so the law is somehow relaxed. The law of love is mandatory towards fellow Israelites. But for those who are outside the holy people of God, then they relax that law. It seems that there is a justification for anger towards a non-neighbor, towards an outsider. If I take revenge on someone who is outside of Israel, that may not be considered really meritorious, but it is tolerated. So here we find in Leviticus, yes, the precept of love, but in a way confined to people considered brothers and sisters and neighbors, loving only their very own in a closed circle. But we will see later on, this love will be expanded when we come to Jesus.